So you like these kind of far out there ideas. How do you like this idea? There's a group of people that say that dragons were real, and I'll explain.
Ooh.
So around the same time period, so to speak, and I'm not one of these people, so I'm probably going to get the details wrong
like
a little
Matthew
bit.
McConaughey movie right now.
Yeah, seriously. But so around the same time period in China, South America, Africa, all these different Rome, all these places, images depicted people fighting dragons, right? And every dragon was slightly different, but it was all a giant scaly animal that could fly. So when you break that down, you think about the fact that large birds had a hard time being fossilized because their bones are so porous, right? So because they have like hollowish bones, they break down very easily and they don't fossilize. So the group that says this, basically they're saying the evidence is the reason there's no fossils of dragons is because they had bird bones and they were actually very delicate animals. But a handful of these small population of these giant flying lizards existed and basically encompassed all these different countries where they all depicted fighting dragons in their own way, and they were all killed off by knights or whatever it is, and then didn't fossilize.
What?
So it's like the science is saying that if there were lizards big enough to fly around and eat people, they didn't have bones that could fossilize.
So it'd be like an eagle.
Right. And that's why all these human populations around the world have depictions of them, because they did actually exist.
Now, are there any stories of dragons written in the times of people that they actually had the written word, or is it just depictions?
I don't know. Not my field.
That would be interesting because are these depictions ancient accounts told by generation after generation, passed down?
I think so. I don't know. I don't know anything about dragons or whether it's real, but I think it's interesting to think, oh, well, the science supports that if there were flying lizards, their bones wouldn't have fossilized, and these have been passed down, stories that have been exaggerated and passed down from generation to generation.
And some of them breathe fire, but some of them don't, depending upon
which culture it was significant to.
I wonder what the fire is supposed to represent. Or they're just people are full of shit.
Probably that one.
Yeah, it's probably made it sound even cooler.
Yeah, exactly.
Right? Not only did I kill him, he was trying to burn me. Do you hold any weight? Do you think that holds any weight?
No,
there was actually dragons?
I mean, we know there were large flying lizards during the times of dinosaurs, right? The only weight that it could possibly hold is that a few of those somehow survived much later than we previously thought. But do I think that there were dragons attacking human beings and civilizations? No, I don't. But it's still interesting.
It's so much cooler if there were.
Right.
And the fact that we know that pterodactyls did exist, that's cool.
Right.
It would be way cooler as if they existed with people.
Right, 2,000 years ago.
Why is that? Why is that so much cooler to us?
I don't know.
It's people would dedicate giant chunks of their life trying to find out if pterodactyls did coexist with human beings at one point in time. They really would.
Absolutely.
Imagine if there was a 100-foot pterodactyl snatching kids.
It'd be terrifying.
Oh my God.
Would you know about the Moa eagle?
Yeah. The Haast eagle.
The Haast, exactly.
Yeah.
So I call it Moa eagle because they used to attack Moas.
They weren't
that
big.
No, but they did supposedly snatch Maori children. Yeah.
But when I Googled it, I remember, I think the large ones were 40 pounds or something like that. I don't think they were that big.
Is that all it is?
Yeah, an eagle is really light.
Right, but their wingspan is still enormous. Yeah,
I mean, they have incrable power. When you see an eagle snatch a salmon with its claws and fly away with this 10-pound salmon.
Right.
And that's insane.
It is.
Because that salmon probably weighs more than it.
Right.
Right? Birds are weird, right? They sit on you oh, you're not very heavy.
No, they don't weigh anything. And again, that goes back to that whole hollow bone type thing.
Right,
Yeah.
that's why chickens are strange, because they're fat.
Yeah.
They weigh a lot. You pick up a chicken, you're you fat fuck, you can't even fly. But bird, a hawk, fairly light.
Yeah.
For what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think, was the biggest Haast eagle? How big was the Haast eagle? But they were hunted by people.
Right.
Because they posed a threat. Right?
And because people hunted the moa to extinction, that giant bird that that the Haast eagle primarily preyed on. And so the twofold kind of made them collapse.
Yeah. Large, gigantic, ancient things.
8.5. Let's see. Wingspan for a female is typically 8.5 feet, possibly up to 10 in a few cases.
Why female? I'm trying to talk
That's
about
just
dudes,
the first thing
bro.
I see.
I want to know about the big dudes.
Males 25 pounds, females 31 pounds.
Females are bigger.
yeah.
Matriarchal
Largest
society,
female could have been 36 pounds in mass.
Yeah.
But
That's
still,
not that big.
But a 10-foot wingspan is pretty huge.
Oh, huge. Yeah. I mean,
and, talons, they've got, I don't know, but they had to have been enormous.
Yeah.
Just flying knives.
Yeah. Well, you've seen the videos that the Mongols use, where they train golden eagles to kill wolves, and
They shoot them out, and
it's crazy.
It's unbelievable.
They fuck up wolves. Like they're way smaller than a wolf.
Oh yeah,
and the wolf has zero chance.
Right.
They swoop down and grab a wolf by the back of the neck and just fuck him up.
Isn't
and
it crazy?
Hold it on. The wolf's like trying to get away, and they're just killing him.
And I believe maybe it's not Mongolian culture, but one of those, falconry cultures, you have to, like, as a teenage boy or something like that, your rite of passage is to go climb the cliff and take the chick out of the nest.
Whoa.
And it's like this crazy process where, a number of kids die trying to get to the eagle chick, and the ones that come back, that's their bird for however long the bird lives, or I don't really know the whole process.
That's right out of Avatar.
Isn't that nuts?
Right?
Yeah.
That's bananas. You got to steal the chick from the nest and raise it?
Uh-huh.
Who figured that out? Who figured out you're going to train a fucking raptor?
I don't know.
Like, how weird are people?
Yeah.
That they figure these things out.
And someone was the first. You know what I mean? Someone was like, I'm going to go get that baby bird.
You know what he probably did? He probably got high off that honey and said, I'm going to keep climbing.
That's right.
I'm going to get me a fucking bird and have the bird do all the hunting.
That's right. Everyone's like, you're crazy, man.
Bro, you can't have a bird do the hunting. You know what's interesting to me? People that buy dinosaur skeletons. Apparently there's a giant market for them in China. They'll spend like $1 million and buy a dinosaur skeleton. You walk in this motherfucker's house. Fuck your artwork, bitch.
That's pretty badass.
I got a goddamn T-Rex in my living room.
I like that.
Can you imagine?
Yeah.
You walk into some guy's palace, some emerald palace, and you open these 2 fucking teak wood doors, and you see a dinosaur in the middle of his front entrance. That's what they're going for. So they're buying these
There's
things.
nothing.
Nicolas Cage returns stolen Mongolian dinosaur skull he bought at gallery. Tyrannosaurus. What is that animal? Tyrannosaurus batar. Have you heard of that?
No.
Bataar. It will be repatriated. I like that word. After it was bought by the actor from Beverly Hills Gallery in 2007, a T-Rex skull. Wow. What? He bought it for $276,000.
That's a pretty good deal.
Well, it was 2007, I think he said.
Yeah.
Shit wasn't worth as much back then, son.
Fuck, man. Now, nothing stops you in your tracks, and like Museum of Natural History is a good fucking dinosaur skeleton.
Especially the ones that eat things, like eat meat. I don't want that big-ass, stupid plant-eating brontosaurus. Get that bitch out of my face. What is that? That's a weird elephant.
He's a fucking vegan. Who wants to hang out with a vegan?
Get him out of here. I'm not scared. I want to see teeth. Let me see teeth and claws. What a shit design, huh? Giant head, little tiny baby arms.
Yeah.
Like, what a shit design.
Right.
Like, what is he doing with those arms? What the fuck is the purpose of those arms? And there's the only animal that I can think of that developed that way.
And was he a plant eater?
No. T-Rex?
Oh, T-Rex. Yeah, I'm thinking of the
T-Rex
other one.
was... They don't know if T-Rex was a predator or if T-Rex was a scavenger. They think by the shape, there's some talk that by the shape of his bones, that what he might have been doing was using those bones to crush giant dinosaur bones, and that like he might be surviving on dead things.
Yeah.
And that they also had some speculation that they might have had, they don't know what they really looked like because they don't know the skin color. They had some speculation that they might have had faces like vultures, like red, fucked up, really brightly colored faces, just to let you know they're disgusting and they're here to eat. Because like when you see vultures, it's not a coincidence that they're the grossest fucking looking animal on the planet and all they eat is dead shit.
Yeah.
And they're big. Right. Vultures are fucking big, man.
Right.
That's a big animal flopping around with these giant wings, but we're not nearly as impressed by them as we are with an eagle. You see, like, the vulture's never going to be the fucking national bird. Get out of here with that bullshit. Yeah. We kill it ourselves, bro. We're not here for some scavenger-ass, fucked-up, red-faced, stupid bird.
Yeah.
The Smithsonian, I think it opens on the 8th of June. They have this brand-new deep time...
Oh, that's an Irish elk.
Natural history dinosaur exhibit. And this is some of the highlights of what they have there. They have this, like, T-Rex eating a triceratops.
Yeah, Jesus
and this giant
Christ.
Irish elk, a saber-toothed cat. Bunch of cool stuff, like you're just talking about it. So I'm sure they might have some of these answers to the questions you
And
have.
this is where? Which?
DC Smithsonian Natural History.
Huh? When does this come out?
It's opening now. So like they just built it and they're just doing all the press for it and all that. Seems pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean, who owns the dinosaur skeletons? Who owns that?
The Smithsonian, I think, it's free because it's U.S. taxes. So some of the stuff, I guess, we technically own. I guess I don't know. I don't.
Is it DC or New York? One of them doesn't charge for any of the museums. I think it might be DC.
Yes, the Smithsonian stuff is all free. When it's open, it should be free.
My friend John Dudley knows a dude who owns a ranch in Montana, and they found a T-Rex on his property.
No shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Found a bone out there moving around stuff on his property. Like, what the fuck is this? Starts cleaning it up, finds something, brings in some paleontologists. They start digging, and they're like, whoa, daddy.
Yeah.
We got a T-Rex here.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a fucking job. People get obsessed with that, and they go, "I'm gonna be an archaeologist when I get older." And then you're standing in a fucking desert with a toothbrush for 8 hours a day trying to find a bone. Fuck that.
Who was that dude? Sam. The guy's name from Sam Neill from Jurassic Park.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to be him. Everybody wants to be Jeff Goldblum, the guy who shows up with a sexy jacket and says, life finds a way. Huh, it appears that life finds a way. Yeah. World's biggest T-Rex discovered. Jesus Christ, what is this? Estimated 19,500 pounds.
Whoa.
Holy shit. Holy shit.
And what can those arms even do? Look at those
the
things.
Arms are weird, man. They're so weird. And look how big the feet and legs are and the giant ass head. That's the thing, that thinking like that this wasn't something that chased things down. It just sort of bent over and just jacked whatever was on the ground.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's like I think there was some speculation. Hey, we should Google this, because there was something about the physics of its body that it wouldn't be able to run fast because it's so weirdly shaped. They're like trying to figure out, why is its head so big? It has little tiny ass arms and these big ass legs, this big fucking tail. Like, can that thing run? Like, what it would? And then there's also some speculation that the atmosphere was way different back then, and the atmosphere was much more oxygen rich, and maybe things just were different. You know, like the physics.
Like they could run longer and faster.
Like maybe even the physics of Earth was a little different in terms of like the way we interacted with the gravity. Mm-hmm. We interacted with the atmosphere rather.
Yeah.
The atmosphere like held them up somehow or another. Like it was thicker. But I read things when I'm high and I don't remember what the fuck I read.
I think this is just saying that it should have been slower maybe than like they were shown in the Jurassic Park. It wouldn't have been running that fast.
Here it says running would have broken an adult Tyrannosaurus Rex's legs. See, I don't. But okay, Google this, so now we know that there's people that think that he couldn't run because of the shape. Google the atmosphere was different during the Jurassic period. Because there was some, I mean, it might have been horseshit. It was just an article that was written about how, like, we have to take into account the whole world was, like, different. Before that giant asteroid came and fucked up everything and slammed into Chichen Itza, you know, that...
It says that the oxygen levels might have been about 20 to 30% higher during that time period. So it might have been harder to breathe, I guess. I'm not sure.
Harder to breathe?
A sudden drop in oxygen from roughly 30% to the atmosphere to about 10% may have contributed to mass extinctions.
Oh, so from the impact, the dinosaurs. So that was one of the things they thought killed. There's a bunch of different ideas they have of how quickly the dinosaurs died off. But one of the more interesting ones that I saw recently was that they all died almost instantly.
It says it would have made it more humid with higher levels of carbon dioxide and more likely more cloud cover. It just says gasping for breath, harder to. I just keep seeing that stuff. It says harder to breathe during that.
Yeah, that doesn't have anything to do with the way they moved, though. There was something about. I remember reading something about the way a T-Rex moved, but it's a fucking mystery because it's not like you look at a crocodile, you're like, oh, I get it. He uses those 4 legs to get you with his big fat face. You know, it makes sense.
Right.
Then you look at a T-Rex, like, why are you up in the air like that? Why is your head so big? What's with the little legs? The ones in the front? What are those things? What's with the arms? What's up with this weird body you have?
The weight of that head is illogical.
Giant head.
Yeah.
It's a crazy head.
He needs to go to Indianapolis, get that thing fucking shaved down.
He's an incel. Maybe that's why he's so mad. can't fuck.
Yeah, how did they fuck?
How do they fuck? How do they fuck? Jesus Christ, with that tail. How do you get at the pussy with that tail? That's a crazy ass tail.
Yeah.
You'd have to come at it from the side. You'd have to tackle her. You'd have to blindside her, tackle her, get a leg up in the air, and get in like that. You'd have to get one of them legs. But then what the fuck? You have no arms.
You got no
so
arms.
So you can't.
No, she can't give you a hand job.
T-Rex tiny arms may have been vicious weapons. Save it, nerd. Save it, nerd. What? Like, unlike his fucking giant face filled with huge swords? He's got a huge head filled with swords.
I don't know.
These
they're
small
saying
arms are
it
a
might be
necessary
the
trade-off.
remnants of little wings of flightless birds.
Yeah, that's what I thought I was looking up. I thought maybe at one point I'd heard that there's one scientist thought those were like remnants of wings,
Oh, that makes sense.
and they weren't actually maybe arms, but they were wings.
Well, that totally makes sense when you think about like ostriches and shit like that they used to have wings and they turned into those things. Let me see it again. Let me see his fucking little shitty arms. That makes way more sense. That makes way more sense. They're the remnants of former wings. Because like that, if you think about what an ostrich looks like, you could kind of morph an ostrich into a T-Rex, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a tail, but they do have those fucked up legs, giant-ass legs, and a weird body, and a fucking head. And when they look at you like they look right through you. Like, you don't mean shit. Like, if you got run over by a truck in front of an ostrich, they wouldn't even flinch.
Yeah.
They don't give a fuck about you.
Now-
And just like a dinosaur, they just have this bird face.
Yeah.
They have zero compassion for you.
Yeah, ostriches have no empathy. That's why they have small arms. They never hug anybody.
No, assholes. All those fucking creatures that fly around or used to, they can all suck it. All birds are gross.
I love when people keep them as pets.
See if you can find a bird as a
My
pet.
bird
Yeah.
loves me. Yeah,
Get
keep
the
your
fuck-
window open.
Yeah.
See what happens.
T-Rex used to look like vulture. This is a weird one. They don't even know if they were covered in feathers. They think they might have been covered in feathers.
Oh.
That's a more recent speculation. They think that all dinosaurs were covered in feathers.
Wow.
Yeah, or most of them. You know, that's why, you see chickens. Chicken literally is a dinosaur. Just one that lived. One that made it. Oh, that's one. It's creepy looking. No, there was one where it had a red face. There was some, yeah, that's it right there. Exactly. Yeah. Yeah, so, yeah, that's how they had it done. With, like, feathers and shit. Feathers and a big old red face. I mean, I don't know why we're attached to, like, one idea what that fucking thing looked like. All we have is bones. We have no idea what the skin was like. Easily could have been covered in feathers.
Isn't it amazing that every kid, I don't know if it's girls too, but every boy gets fascinated with dinosaurs at a certain
yeah.
age. Isn't that weird?
Oh, yeah.
It's like archetypal. There's something deep in your brain that wants to know and connect with dinosaurs when you're like 4 or 5 years old.
Because it's such a fucking wild Hail Mary by nature. And they ruled for so long. And they were snuffed out by a rock. Like, if that rock didn't hit Earth, we would be under the reign of these vicious fucking reptiles roaming the planet, eating everything. We would have never evolved to where we are. We would have been hiding in little holes in the ground. We'd be little mammals. That's as good as you're ever going to get. You're never going to develop a fucking city. Good luck, bitch. There's raptors everywhere. They're just running around jacking
You don't think
things.
Homo sapiens would have...
Never made it. Never got to that part. We were moles. For hundreds of millions of years, we were these weird fucking creatures. And then from 65 million years ago, that mole evolved into a human being, according to these fucking scientists. Oh, they're fancy.
They have an agenda.
$65,000 a year that you have to pay for education.
Yeah.
The Joe Rogan Experience.
Like, some animals don't see good at all. Like, pigs don't see good at all.
Yeah.
You just freeze on a pig. They don't know what the fuck's going
Eagles, for sure.
on. Eagles?
Eagles.
Spot like little mice in the fucking
Yeah.
field. From
Eagles have the best probably
yeah.
sight. Yeah, they can see from miles and miles and miles.
My friend from Alaska, he goes halibut fishing all the time. He said if
Fucking
you're
love halibut.
you're pulling a fish up, an eagle can see it miles away.
That's it. That's some dinosaur shit. That's how you know dinosaur shit is at play. Miles?
What?
Grizzly can find an elk carcass when it's underwater, and polar bears can smell a seal through 3 feet of ice.
Jesus fuck!
3 fucking feet of ice?
Christ! Oh my God!
That's insane.
3 feet of ice. That is a fucking monster. Imagine if you were in a big concrete building and it's 3 feet thick and there's a bear on the outside going, meat. If that was a monster movie, you'd be like, this is insane. This monster's insane.
Does this monster know I'm here?
Like, you'd be 2 kids, right? Their parents have already been killed and their head is just breathing. Like, don't worry, we're safe. This concrete's 3 feet thick. There's no way it can smell us. And it's outside. I smell you.
Oh, he talks too? What the fuck?
Just wanting to
3
eat
fucking
you
feet.
and your sister.
18 miles and of smell, 3 feet of smell through ice.
Did you ever see the video where the BBC reporter gets inside a box, like a plexiglass box,
No.
and they put him around polar bears, and the polar bear tries to eat him, and the polar bear's trying to eat him through this box, trying to figure out how to get to him because it knows he's in this box? It is fucking terrifying.
Dude, why would you ever?
Bro, and this guy's got cameras on him the whole time. Shit in his pants. Just dookieing left and right, filling those drawers, son.
How strong is that? That thing has to be indestructible.
They're so big. They're so big, and we've been really fucked over. Just let that run, Jamie. Yeah. We've been really fucked over with goddamn Klondike bars and Coca-Cola.
You're making them look sweet.
We have a super distorted perception of this fucking predatory killing machine that eats its babies.
Bro,
these things are fucking ruthless.
Look at
They're
that.
the cleanup crew. They're there to make sure there's so few resources up there in the wild that this giant behemoth of a bear exists so he could just jack everything. Just jack everything and keep the populations nice and low.
Look at that. He's
Again,
like, you're right in there.
I'm not a biologist. So he knows it's in there, and he's just trying to get at it. He's biting it.
God damn, dude, that would
look
fuck
at that.
me up.
Look at this, man. It's pressing on it. That's glass, man. If it breaks, you're dead. If it breaks, you're fucking dead.
It's trying to, it wants to get its fucking teeth through it.
Bro, when it's opening its mouth, that's a monster's mouth.
This is what I look like drunk at a McDonald's at fucking 4 a.m. trying to get food to the drive-thru.
Look at this poor guy. It's
Give me
behind
nuggets.
him. It's behind him. He's like, but the camera is this way.
Oh, they're shaking the shit out of it.
Of course it is. Why would he be so convinced that thing would survive?
It'd be so dope if it just.
How do they rescue this cat?
This dude?
Yeah, how do they get him out of there? Like, who's like, how long does it take to get him out of there?
They got to find a way to distract this bear.
At the end, it just walked away.
Come on.
Yeah,
son.
it's got to get frustrated at some point. Be like, fuck this. Look at that. He goes, fuck this.
But how did they test that box? What if that guy hated him? The guy who made the box. Oh, this guy's gonna climb out. I'm out. I am
Jag
free. We've got a prize. Oh, the bear. Yeah, like let's pretend the bear's right there.
Yeah, right next to him.
That thing can run 35 miles an hour. Fuck out of here. You ever seen how fast a bear runs?
Yeah, they're insane.
Dude, they run like that on ice. Those things just dig in with their claws. They can run fast.
I like how they kind of pretended like that was a totally safe, normal experiment for him to do. Like, he got out like, no big deal, man. You know, fucking polar bears, ironically, are black underneath all that white fur. You know that, right?
No, it's clear. Those
clear?
fur is
I thought it was
actually
like
clear.
It's black skin.
Oh,
though,
yeah,
I
their
thought.
skin's black, yeah.
Isn't that wired?
Yeah, it is wild. Well, you got to imagine that people get snow tan, right? You get snow blindness.
Yeah, snow blind.
Because
Yeah.
the sun beating off the snow. Like, people get burnt, like, really bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You go skiing without shit on you.
That's what a polar bear looks like. No, that's a black bear, bro.
No, dude, this is polar bear without hair.
Yeah, but it's not. Look at the hair around its face. See how it's all black? I guarantee you that's a black bear. Also, it just doesn't look big enough.
What does a bear?
Yeah, maybe it's just another one.
It says
See,
bear,
because
yeah.
It's got mange, but you see how it has the hair on the top of its head's black? I think someone just wrote that.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean it's correct.
No, but they're dark. But underneath all that, they are really dark. It's wild.
Maybe when they get mange, their fucking hair on their head gets black. Who the fuck knows?
Go to that.
Mange is weird shit. Man.
What the fuck is
It's
that?
a hairless bear. I mean, I've seen this before. I guess I typed in polar bear, so
Yeah.
it popped up. But.
Well, I would imagine
Polar bear, no fur.
they're the most terrifying because they're the biggest.
Well,
right?
there, right there, Jamie. The top fourth picture is them spreading the hair apart. Right? You see the skin there.
Yeah, so there you go. Oh, perfect. Yeah, and see how the hair looks white, but it's actually, they say it's like more of like a clear color.
Wow, that's fucking crazy to me.
Yeah, like not technically white.
Right? No, it does. It looks translucent almost. Right?
But what an amazing animal, man.
Unbelievable.
Just imagine that thing lives in this place where there's no vegetables at all.
Nope.
but it got so big. It evolved to get that big.
Meat, dude. Just meat. Tons and tons and tons of meat.
And it can eat a fucking, like a hole through ice to get to you, too. It'll just chew through the ice.
Dude.
It'll do whatever it can to get to you, right?
It's so nice that they're so far away.
They swim. You know, they jump in the water and swim.
It can swim 6 miles an hour.
Bro.
And for how long can they swim? I wonder how long they can stay in the water for, because they have to get out at some
How fast is
point.
that in knots? And why do we need knots?
Like, boat people love that
What's
shit.
up with boat people? Hey, it's 6 fathoms. Hey, fuckface. How many feet?
It's 5.2 knots.
5.2 knots is a mile?
6 miles an hour.
6 miles an hour is 5.2 knots.
My
Okay.
boat goes 5 knots.
Why would you want to
knots.
make it slower? That's so confusing. Why would they do that when they can just do miles an hour? What is knots?
I think knots were around before miles an hour.
No, well, kilometers were also before miles an hour.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, kilometers. It
I
was
thought kilometers were the metric system, and that was later.
no knots are kilometers then
We're
miles.
so dumb. Really smart people are like, why the fuck are they talking?
Some
Why
guy
are
that's
they
like,
talking about kilometers?
some engineer was like, God damn it.
What were we just talking about?
Polar bears.
Oh, polar bears. Yeah, man. There was
Knots and
there
polar
was some
bears.
article about polar bears. You know, whenever we say that polar bear populations are threatened, they definitely are in certain spots. But the places where polar bears occupy is enormous.
Yeah, it's huge.
And in some areas, there's a lot of them. And we have this non-nuanced way of looking at polar bears. So people would get really mad if, like, they found out these Inuits were killing polar bears. But sometimes these folks are living in places where polar bears start entering their villages.
Right.
And they're super dangerous.
Killing their babies.
They'll kill people. They will straight up kill people.
You know why I think
there's
that
a
is?
comic who's he's also a veterinarian. Kevin.
He's a vet?
Yeah, he's a guy who performed in Denver. I met him in Denver. I was working with him one night.
Oh.
Yeah, do you know him?
Yeah, he's famous in
Kevin
Denver.
Fitzgerald.
Kevin Fitzgerald. He has a TV show out
Kevin
there.
Fitzgerald.
Yeah.
See, I was going to say Fitzgerald, but I thought I was wrong because my friend Dave Fitzgerald, I was just talking
He's got
about.
long white hair. Yeah, like a
Yes.
yeah.
He told me that polar bears out of the womb are like Predator. You know, like the movie Predator, like out of the womb, they're just trying to bite and kill. Out of the womb.
Dope.
Out of the womb. They just come out. Rah! And I was like, well, it makes sense, right? If you stop and think about what their life is, everything is just white and frozen. And occasionally you catch something slipping. Occasionally you catch someone who's sunning themselves and you get to them before they can get away, and you could dive in the water and grab a foot and drag them back up.
Survival, man.
The darkest story that I ever heard, I don't know if this is true, but let's pretend it is,
Yeah, fine.
there was some sort of an expedition, and their boat hit some ice, and so their boat started sinking, and they had a real problem because the next boat was hours away. So they call in a mayday for the next boat, and they climb out of the boat in time before it sinks, and then they get to an ice shelter, like an ice raft, an ice island, I guess.
Like an
we call
island,
it.
yeah, ledge.
Ice island. And in the distance, they see a polar bear.
Fuck.
And it's many, many ice land bridges or whatever the fuck
Whatever
it is.
ice distance that is.
Ice island away.
Ice steps.
But it keeps jumping in the water and getting closer.
Fuck, man.
It's trying to figure out what the fuck they are. And then finally it gets to them. Finds out what they are. It's in the ice island next to them. Jumps in the water. Pops up. Grabs one guy. There's nothing anybody can do about it.
Fuck.
Takes him. Kills him. Drags him in the water again. Goes back on the other ice island. Just starts eating him.
And they're just chilling, watching it.
And they're one ice island away, hoping that he doesn't stay hungry after he eats their friend.
What was your least favorite friend?
And then the boat comes and rescues him.
Fuck me, dude. And they had to watch their friend get eaten alive.
Their friend got eaten alive.
And
he died probably quick.
But he probably ate him in front of them. He probably
did.
took it so they could see it.
He didn't care.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like
Do
he'll eat
you
it close.
worry when you eat a clam that you're eating it in front of other clams?
Depends on who I'm eating in front of. No,
interesting.
I'm sure I'm sure the bear ate it to know they wanted. I'm saying he kept an eye on them.
Yes.
It's like, you're next, dude.
Well, he
I'm hungry,
probably knows that they're there if this isn't enough. I mean, maybe the guy's like a small guy.
What do you do? You just sit there and watch it? You jump in the water? What do you fucking do?
You can't swim away. You'll freeze to death if you get in that water. You just
gonna
have to
sit there?
accept the fact that if it chooses to kill you, that's your time. There's nothing else you can do. You can't fight it off.
I would punch my buddy and knock him out so it's easier than, you know what I mean?
Wow.
Knock him
Which
out so the
buddy?
bear. Huh?
You have to think about how much you love your friends.
Oh my God, there's so many people I'd knock out and leave for bears to eat.
There's a lot of people.
Most of my friends I'd knock out.
But what it is just it's inescapable. Like,
Yeah.
the power that it has. I tell you about my friend in Colorado. They let wolves loose near his land.
No.
Yeah, they just let wolves loose in Colorado. They let a bunch loose in one part of the state, and then they let a bunch more loose. He said it was 5. I don't know if that's accurate, but that's what he was told. And
For what purpose? Just
they've decided to repopulate the state with wolves. And they're getting wolves from like British Columbia, so these big ass fucking Canadian wolves are coming in and fucking the elk up. And this is outside of Aspen, so these are like all these really wealthy people.
holy shit.
And they let wolves loose on their property. And by the way, there's livestock there. These people have cattle. They have all sorts of. So far, the wolves in his area haven't attacked cattle because there's an abundance of elk up there. It's a big elk corridor where the elk migrate. And I took a picture and posted it up on Instagram of an elk leg that he found just like within 2 weeks of them being released. They'd already started killing elk on his property. So a wolf took out an elk and left the leg bone just laying in the snow.
Wait, how many wolves did they let go?
5, he thinks. This is what he told me.
Wolves, do they release them as a pack?
I don't know if they will pack up. I don't know if they knew each other before. I don't know what the fucking neighborhood
Did they
the
grow up
wolves they took
together?
from. Yeah, so that's what we found.
Shit.
So that's an elk leg that's just been stripped down. The lower leg, no meat on it, just the hoof and some fur and shit. It's laying in a bunch of disturbed areas. It was all fucked up. You could tell some shit went down. So we found that piece there. They had dragged that from somewhere else, but there was a carcass up there too. So they basically can kill. They could probably kill 1 or 2 elk a day, and they probably will do that now. And so the elk population will rapidly diminish. The elk have no idea. They've never evolved around wolves. These elk are in like who knows how many generations with no wolves. So the United States had wolves all throughout the West, and then they eradicated them because they fucking kill everything. Because they kill livestock, they kill horses, they pack up, they get big packs, and then they devastate livestock, sheep herders, cattle. So they all murdered all the wolves. So now these people, these greenies, these little cutie pies, decided to bring back the most intelligent, telepathic apex predator that operates in packs, and you decided to let them loose near a ski town. Like, congratulations.
Why the fuck?
Because they're cute. Because these are people that grew up in cities and they don't understand. It's called ballot box biology. It's a bunch of people who grew up in the city. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And they don't know what a wolf really is. They just think wildlife's amazing. And then so you've let loose apex predators in an area where nothing is prepared for them. These animals don't know to look for wolves. They've never experienced a wolf before. They don't have a natural instinct to run away when they see the wolves. Jesus. They don't know what the fuck is going on. And then you've got cattle.
You can't tell wolves what to kill either.
Of course not. Well, here's even better. The first ones they got, so they had a mandate to get these. Colorado voted. They voted it to release wolves. And so the governor had to get it done within a certain period of time. And so they got wolves from Oregon that had been killing cattle. So these wolves, they captured them because they had been killing cattle, and then they released them in Colorado where they, wait for it, started killing cattle.
Oh, shit.
Duh. So wolves are awesome, but they were making their way into Colorado by themselves. They were already coming down from Wyoming. There's wolves in Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, and they were making their way down naturally. But these idiots decided to accelerate the process and introduce this completely new element outside of a fucking ski town that's going to kill people's dogs, for sure. If they get to a healthy population, you're never going to be able to let your dog go outside.
Yeah.
That's over. Cats, dead. Everybody dead.
They're like 10 times worse than coyotes. You remember coyotes?
They're giant coyotes.
You ever seen coyotes jump fences?
Oh, yeah.
And you're like, there's no protecting my chickens from fucking coyotes.
I saw a coyote jump a fence with one of my chickens in its mouth. jumped a 6-foot high wrought iron fence like it was nothing. Bound, touched the top of the fence with its feet with a chicken in its mouth and right over the top. I was like, whoa. I was so delusional.
Yeah.
I thought like, oh, this fence is this big. They can't get over that. Dude, one jump. Feet to the top, other feet to the top, over the top with a chicken in his mouth.
All my neighbors have red lights on their fences. That's the only thing that stops coyotes, I say.
Oh, they won't jump over a red light?
I have no fucking idea. But they all have it looks like a red bicycle light on every panel of their fence.
They're little monsters.
What state?
They're wolves too, by the way.
They are?
Coyotes are wolves. Yeah, they're small wolves.
I remember, it's funny, the little things you remember. I remember you talking about the coyotes honeydicking your dog one time.
Oh, yeah.
I always think that's the funniest phrase, honeydicking.
Yeah, they try to honey dick your dog. So what they do is one coyote. I've told this story before, but I'll say it quick. I went to this pet store that I used to go to, and one of the guys that worked in the pet store, he was a veterinarian, and he brought in someone had brought in this pit bull that was covered in cuts. Like his whole body was like hundreds of stitches, and he's like, "What happened?" He was like, "I don't know. He got out." And then, when I came home, he was outside the fence, and this is what he looked like. So this guy, they stitched the dog up, and then he follows a blood trail into the woods outside of his house where he finds 9 dead coyotes.
Oh, shit.
So they honey-dicked, a giant pit bull. Like one of them super jacked, muscular pit bulls with a fucking fire hydrant head.
The kind that are on the front of rap albums.
Terrifying pit bull. And this pit bull just killed everyone. They fucked with the John Wick of pit bulls. And he just killed them all. Killed all the coyotes. They were all he said it looked like Vietnam. He said they were just torn apart. Because once the dog killed them, he's not going to stop. He's going to start shaking them. Picking especially a pit bull like that's in a blood rage that just fight for its life. Oh. Like it was probably so happy to do this because pit bulls just want to fight all the time.
I've been wanting to do this every fucking day I wake
pumped.
up.
It was a guy who's a jiu-jitsu black belt and a drunk grab and was like, "Thank you. Thank you. I've been practicing for this my whole life." But you imagine the scene. Imagine a scene, just dead coyotes, just ripped apart, just throats torn open, guts hanging out, legs broken. Because this dog, if a dog like that bites a coyote's leg, that leg's broken. That's a shattered leg. That leg doesn't work anymore.
Those poundage that pit bulls bite is fucking wild.
You know what a wolf is? What? It's like 5 times stronger.
Are you shitting me?
Yeah. That's how crazy these retards are that let loose these apex telepathic super predators into a ski town. We're filled with super rich people. And the super rich people, right now, they're finding out about this. They are freaking the fuck out.
I bet they are.
Oh, yeah. All my buddy who lives out there, all his neighbors, they're all trying to figure out what they can do. They're all collared, too. So there's an app, and you can get on the app and find out where the monsters are. Yeah, you want to get scared?
Yeah, I want to get. Hang on, I got to get that app.
How about you're walking, and then you see the fucking app is showing you they're behind you. All 5 of them behind you, and you're with your family. But maybe you voted on that because you think wolves are amazing. That's Little Red Riding Hood, bro.
We can track these wolves on an app.
Track them on an app.
That's kind of cool.
It's kind of cool to know where the monsters are. But they
do that with sharks, great white sharks.
But these people in the neighborhood are all tracking these wolves. So they're all freaking out because these wolves are like circling their homes, circling their property.
Fuck.
Wolves, some of them have gone right through fields with cattle and not done anything about it. Yeah, they don't even understand why. They haven't attacked any cattle yet. But these are ones that are outside of Aspen. So the ones that they brought in from Oregon, that's not outside of Aspen. That's a different spot. Those are the ones that were depredation tags. They were already killing wildlife, or they were killing cattle.
What state do you think has the most predators? Like Australia has the most predators in the
country?
world. In our country, yeah.
I would say Alaska for sure.
Florida.
Oh yeah, that's a good call.
Florida's
Florida
crazy.
for sure. Florida now, because you brought in reptiles. Yeah, 100%. Florida has more pythons in the Everglades than all the rest of the world.
Yeah. Do you see those kids that go in? You see those kids that dive in and grab them?
I had Python Cowboy on the show. He brought me up. Don't we have a python head laying around here somewhere? Something.
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
Yeah.
Apex predator. Florida
Florida's
is
jacked.
No one even comes close to Florida.
No one's even close. Wait a minute. What's Maine?
Maine?
Why does Maine?
It's not Maine.
What is it?
New Hampshire? No, Vermont.
Vermont.
What is that? This one, right?
That's got
Right. Okay. So the one with the boot.
Oh, this is not good, guys.
The boot is Massachusetts, right? Or no, that's New York.
Yeah, hold on.
We're so stupid. You know who could draw the whole map by hand? Al Franken.
Vermont. It's Vermont.
Vermont.
Okay, yeah, it's Massachusetts
predators
is
are
the
in
one
Vermont?
with the hook. Okay, so Vermont predators. Yeah, what predators are in Vermont? That must be like wolverines and shit. Oh, red and gray foxes, coyotes,
Bobcats.
black bears, fishers, bobcats, and red and gray foxes, with wolves and lynx also present, although the latter are rare.
Good God.